Boots, in my opinion, he's the best of the rest. Yeah, I mean, Dave Martinez, what up, baby? Yeah, Boots versus Terence Crawford. I would love to see that fight, but I just want to see Boots in a couple more fights before he jumps into a fight like that because he needs some experience. But as far as stylistically, that's fight of the year before it even happens. So you telling me you got two offensive fighters, two power punchers, two guys who switch southpaw and orthodox? That you might get fight of the year and knockout of the year and round of the year in that fight. Like, yeah. I'd love that fight. I just think Boots, I want to see Boots develop a little bit more. What he got, whatever is like 9th round knockout of Lipinets and then a first round knockout of Thomas Delorme. I want to see a little bit more before I see him in with Crawford. But if Josh Taylor's not willing to move up to 147, although he has said, or if who else? If he doesn't want to wait for Keith Thurman, he goes, hey, listen, my resume is weak. Let's get this shit together. Let me fight Boots Ennis. I respect the shit out of that. I'll tell you that much. I respect it. Boots got like 30 fights. Yeah, he has 30 fights, right? But like against who? Without looking at his box rec, name 5 fighters, and right there in the chat. I'll give you fucking time. Yeah, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Give me 5 fighters. If you look at his box rec, I'm gonna know by the names you type in. So I already gave you 2. So minus those 2, give me 5 fighters he's beat out of those 30. Since he has 30 fights, right? If Boots hits him one time, it's nap time. I mean, what if Crawford hits him one time? It might be night to nap time for him. Yeah. Are y'all forgetting that Crawford is on like a 10 knockout streak? And one of them was against Sean Porter, a guy who never been stopped before. Like, nah, my man. It's an interesting fight. And then again, they both switch. Boots looks so much bigger. Boots looks like a full-blown middleweight. I don't know how he makes 147. He looks big. So there's that size advantage. But again, I probably would pick Crawford because of the experience, man. Crawford has way too much experience for that kid. Boots beats Spence. Woo. With Spence, I don't know. I probably don't disagree with you because I have to see Spence fight against Ugas. Like, I don't know how much he has left in the tank. I don't know. It looks like he'd be struggling to make 147. Also, he had the car accident. Also, he had eye surgery. Also, it's been a long layoff. I don't know. I don't know about Spence. I used to always say that Spence beats Crawford until that car accident, until the eye surgery. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could ever pick this guy over Crawford. I don't know. Yo, come on. I believe Boots KOs Crawford within 6 rounds. Bro, come on, man. You can't, Devin, and I fuck with you. You be in the chat all the time, man. Yo, how could you say that? Crawford was undisputed at 140. He beat Gamboa at 135. He went to England, beat Ricky Burns in England. You know what I'm saying? He knocked out Sean Porter, a guy who's never been stopped. And Boots Ennis, a guy who's beaten nobody of note, is gonna knock him out within 6. That seems a bit far-fetched to me, bro. That seems a bit far-fetched. Yeah, he is tripping. You're right, Jody. He is tripping.
Another thing about Boots fighting Terence Crawford, that's gonna kind of remind me of like Roy Jones fighting James Toney. Got that same element, you know what I mean?
Ooh, yo, I love your thinking, brother. Yo, right. For real, man. Like that's a good comparison. Not necessarily in terms of where they're at, where they both were at in their career, but in terms of stylistic.
Right.
You know,
super athlete and Boots as Roy Jones, and it's super technical of Crawford, like AKA James Toney, you know?
No, but the thing is with me is that they're so similar in style. They both switch lefty and righty.
True.
Except Boots tends to switch more. Crawford tends to stay in that southpaw stance more often.
Mm-hmm.
But Boots does tend to switch more. But I'm interested into seeing how Crawford reacts to somebody who does what he does. And then they're both power punches. And then they're both offensive fighters. Right. It's like, damn, like, yo, that to me, that if and when that fight happens, as long as Crawford is in his prime, that's a fight of the year candidate as soon as they sign the fucking contract.